We're working on a 2000 Dodge Ram 1500 with a 5.9 liter in it, and the concern is a no start. We have no crank. No crank at all. And if we go under the hood and pull the fuse box and look in here to see if your starter relay fuse is blowing, it would be right here in this position. Yours will likely be yellow because it's a 20 amp. I've already upgraded mine to a 25 amp. But we're going to go through a technical service bulletin on what Dodge is recommending you do for this problem if you continually blow this 20 amp fuse. The service bulletin number is 080100, and it refers to you putting a relay in line to the starter. The relay kit number from Dodge, the part number is 05019015 Alpha Alpha. It costs about 80 bucks, but it's now discontinued. So I'm going to show you how to build your own and how to install it. The items you will need to purchase are a 30 amp relay. I use part number 84601, and then a connector for that relay. I use part number S654. Both of those are from O'Reilly's. And I used a Napa inline fuse holder for a 30 amp fuse, part number 7823127. So here is the relay and here is the connector that I referenced. You do not have to use these part numbers. If you can find a 30 amp relay with a connector, you can use that as well. So here's just a diagram of how your average relay is wired. So we're going to put an inline fuse going to terminal 30. Terminal 87 will be the wire that goes down to the starter. I'll show you that in a minute. And terminal 85 and 86, one will be a constant power, the other will be a constant ground. It doesn't matter what is what. I've got 85 going to ground, 86 going to a constant power that is fused. And the center pin of your relay will not be used. Keeping in mind what you purchase, it may have a center pin. It's just simply not going to be used. If you get a good branded relay, it will give you the terminal numbers on here, 85 and 86, 87 on top, and 30. So I'm putting my 86 to ground, my 30 directly to a positive source that is fused with a 30 amp fuse. 87 will go down to the starter, and 85 will be the switch source that's going to turn on my relay. It's going to come from the fuse box and go into a connector, which I'll show you here. So you're going to need to locate this gray connector that has a brown wire going into it, and just unplug it here and separate the two. So my blue wire, terminal 85, is going to go into this side, this female side, which goes into the fuse box. I'm choosing to use spade connectors. You could just completely clip this connector off and just hardwire it on. That will be the more professional way to do it. But for this video, I'm showing you, we're just going to use a spade connector that's going to slide in here. And my yellow wire, terminal 87, is going to be wired into this connector that goes down to the starter. So we're going to put a connector on this, and it's going to connect in there. And then my green wire is going to go straight to battery ground. And my red wire, terminal 30, I've got in this Napa 30 amp fuse that's going to go straight into the fuse box right here. You could go directly to the battery. That's what the service bulletin states to do. I opted to go right here. And you're going to plug your relay into your connector. And then mount this in a safe place. And then come into your fuse box, and you're going to replace your 20 amp fuse with a 25 amp fuse. And that's it. That's how you complete the service bulletin 080100. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel so I can provide you with more how-to instructional videos.